כל השונה הלכות בכל יום מובטח לו שהוא בן העולם הבא. Bezrat Hashem, starting the two halachot can guarantee us to go to Olam Haba. Bezrat Hashem, the whole world is today, unfortunately, thinking too much about Olam Haba and forgetting that we're living in this world. And in this world, we have to worry about the person next door. That's why we have neighbors. All the shidduchim, by the way, all the shidduchim crisis will stop if everybody stopped playing God. If everybody knew that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and everybody followed the halacha says very simple, clear halacha. You should marry somebody from your neighborhood. Clear halacha. People are sick in their minds. Oh, this one is not for me. This one, everybody's gabale gava. Everybody's gods. Everybody thinking too much high of themselves. You don't understand. If Hashem put the neighbor next to you, that's the neighbor that He wants you to get married to. Whatever it is, it's a perush halacha. Marry somebody. A person should marry in his town, and not play games. Let's marry somebody in California. Let's marry somebody in New York. Everybody's jumping around, and then they're complaining why there is shidduch crisis. Because nobody believes in God anymore, unfortunately. Anyway, how do we worry about this world? לא יודע. קוף למד ה' עכשיו. Now we go to the Mitzvoth. I just wanted to mention that everybody's playing little God, and everybody forgot Hashem. And everybody's only worried about Olam Haba, and nobody's worried about Olam Hazeh. We worry about Olam Hazeh. How do you live in this world? You honor other people, and you follow the halacha. Mitzvah number 135. Rabbi Moshe, go ahead, please come join us for minutes. Shelo la'asot sha'arei benachot chametz. That yoke is going to be in your hands. You have to be very careful. The benachot should not be brought. That you have to make sure it has to be without any chametz inside. Meaning, what makes chametz? Okay, only water. You know that adding to the water. That's maybe one of the reasons why there was never water. Anything to do with water in Beit HaMikdash was not done, except for 7 days. 7 days a year. That was the time. What was that? And when was that done? Sukkot. Only Sukkot. The only time that they are allowed to bring water into the Beit HaMikdash, the Mishkan, and onto the Mizbeach was water on Sukkot, and that was even then there was 3 logim of water. Halas, no more. Sukkot was because it says in the Rosh Hashanah, Bechag nidonin alamayim. It says in Rosh Hashanah that on Chag in the Torah means Sukkot, as we know from many different places. Only then they were allowed to bring water, and they used to do Nisuch HaYamayim and Nisuch HaYayin together into 2 different pitchers. There was 2 pitchers standing on the corner of the Mizbeach, and there was performing that mitzvah. But nothing else. No more water. Lechem apanim was not lechem apanim. It's chametz. It's matzah. That's it.
But you mean water?
Good question. So, Mistava, how did they mix it? Very good question. Very good. We'll learn it. Maybe we'll go to lechem apanim. We'll learn about it. But how did that? There was no chametz. For sure, there was no chametz in the Beit Hamikdash. So who said that they did lechem apanim inside the Beit Hamikdash? Maybe it was done right outside. Maybe there was one with the lishkot.
Maybe.
Yeah, inside in the area of Beit HaMikdash, there was no chametz ever. There was once. We'll see. Okay, ready? Kuf Lameh. Shelo la'asot sha'arei menachot chametz. Shelo levasher sha'arei menachot chametz. And you have to be careful that all the menachot are not to be chametz. The sha'arei means actually leftovers, right? Remember that. The Kohen takes the komets, right? He takes like this. He cleans it up with the 3 fingers. Whatever's stuck between the 3 fingers and the palm, that's what's it komets of the mincha that's brought. That's all, just that. That was the whole thing. People could bring actually a bowl, 60 seah. You know how huge that is? So much you could bring into the flour. They take just 1 time. That's it. Finished. And the rest goes to the Kohanim. Obviously, a rich man who wants to make a Kohanim, fat, give him a lot of flour. Let him eat a lot of flour. Yesterday we learned that the Kohanim have to eat all the flour. It's an obligation. That's why Bukharians, they have everything Midugan. They serve fish with what's his name? Midugan. Right. Then they had Gosh Gaja with the flour, more flour. Everything's like with flour. The mantu, there's so many dishes with flour. No wonder Baruch Hashem. Peirot?
Fruits.
From where? From where? Just flour. Everything is flour. Rice with flour. A lot, most.
לא, אבל יש לי אחד שאני עוקב אחריה ביוטיוב. מבשלת, בוכרית.
And she mixed a lot with fruit?
אתה רואה שמרגישים פירות, זה נראה כמו תמונה מזונה.
No, yeah, fruit, yes, that's fruit. Again, Bukharians, Rabbi Moshe Kohen. The Bukharians, you have to know, this is the rule. It has to look beautiful on the table, no matter what happens. No matter, from the poorest person to the richest person, the table has to be respectful, and that's it. That's what it is. That's the rules. You want to go to Bukhari wedding? Go to Bukhari wedding. Come back to me. Let me know. The table's collapsing from the food.
In the end, instead of dessert, you get another steak and another piece of meat.
No, Bal Tashchit. Chas v'shalom. It's called Kavod Chatan v'Kala. In your eyes, it's Bal Tashchit. It's in your eyes, unfortunately, Bal Tashchit, because you are exposed to people who are broken people that have no sechel. In our Baruch Hashem, Bukharians, everything goes to people's houses. Never you have anything thrown out. They have in the kitchen, a Bukharian kitchen, not in the Bukhari, poor people. The people, everybody goes home with a tray of foil. Just pick it up, let's go. That's how it used to be. That was the main thing by Bukharians, was never throw out anything. You're exposed to garbage people who throw everything out. But in Bukharians, never such thing. You kidding me? I remember, you talk about rich family weddings, doesn't matter. Take people going out with the foil pans, the chef brings out the foil pan, load up, take home. That was the rule. You come to everybody's paying. That's why they're paying for it. I pay for the food, I take it home. What's the big deal? Yes, the other nations, the other umot, they're exposed to garbage. They don't, gava, my nose, I'm not going to take from the there, but Bukharians, we have big gava. That's why we do it. But we never diminish on food, never embarrass. Take food, I always say to you, rich people, poor people, everybody takes home.
Okay, that's the case.
Never throw it out.
Good.
Yeah, maybe sometimes right now, a young generation doesn't feel like it. They want to keep up there. That's a different story. But anyway, that's the way it was always, and B'ezrat Hashem, it's not Bal Tashchit. Chas v'shalom to degrade it. Anyway, B'kvod Chatan Nikala, Chas v'shalom. You come to a wedding, today a new thing by some communities I wouldn't say, they want what? It's buffet. Buffet. Smorgasburg is nothing. Buffet service. Chatan and Kala buffet service. I want to throw up, excuse my expression. Yeah, I'm gonna stand like in a concentration camp, standing waiting for lunch, for my meal. Where's the Chavod Chatan and Kala? Chatan and Kala, they're sitting down, everybody's serving. There's waiters walking around giving you service.
They do that before the wedding.
Not
in the West.
No, that's what they do now. New trend.
Yeah?
It's a new trend. Rahman al-Islam. I feel sorry for such people. They've forgotten Kavod Chatan and Kala b'chlal. Invitation? What's up invitation? What kind of nonsense is this?
Invitations.
So somebody tells me, I'm a Bukharian guy.
They want to serve the world.
No.
Less people.
No, that's not why. Bukharian guy gets an invitation by, what's his name? By WhatsApp. So he takes a picture of his $100 bill, sends it back to him. Here's my response.
That's okay. That's fine. Smart Bukharian.
Here's my response to your wedding.
Yeah, here's a picture of $1,000.
No, he took $100. Anyway. So it says in Mincha LeKohanim, שנאמר, it's ויקרא chapter 6, פסוק 10, לא תאפה חמץ חכם, נתתי אותם מאישי. So הקדוש ברוך הוא says, that מנחות cannot be חמץ. והוא כאילו אמר, חכם שהוא לשערי המנחה, לא יאפה חמץ. So the Torah told us, you cannot make the מנחות חמץ. So the leftovers, the Kohanim, when they take that flour, it cannot be used to become chametz also. So over there, if chas v'shalom, somebody makes chametz out of this, he's going to be chayav. במדיני המצווה, כגון, מה שאמרו זכרונו לברכה, שהמחמץ אחר המחמיץ חייב, והמחמיץ במנחה פסולה פטור. So again, over there it's talking about that he's making it chametz, that will be obligated as long as it was done the mincha with it. Meaning the kumtzah, everything was kosher, there was no psul at all. If it became pasul and he made chametz after that, not a problem. It has to be as long as it's kasher. The whole process was done properly. Then he turns around and he makes it chametz as a problem. Meaning the kohanim themselves. Whatever was brought. So you have a whole bowl. You have a bowl of 60 pounds of flour. You took just that. That whole flour cannot become chametz. You have to be very careful. The kohanim, it has to be eaten by kohanim. And it has to be done, make sure not chametz. מנהגת מצווה זו, בזמן הבית בזכרים מן הכבוד, אפילו עבר ישראל אחד, והפאה חמץ חייב מלכות, ואין צריך לומר כהן. What happened was, Israel even took the flour, not necessarily Kohen knows how to bake, So he gave it to the Israel to make sure to bake it quickly. However, it didn't do it properly within 18 minutes. Became chametz. Alas, the Israel even gets malchut. Doesn't matter, man, woman, everybody. Everybody is prohibited from making chametz out of that flour, of the menachot. Now, this is going to be the next mitzvah. Let's talk about the kohen. A kohen who has a high
So
title.
all this flour only from matzah, even
Yes.
taking it on?
Yeah. Now again, you have a different type of understanding of matzah. Is another problem I see. What matzah you eat on Pesach? What matzah you eat on Pesach? Is it crusty or it's not crusty? Crusty. So that's your problem. We most Jewish, normal people, Jewish before Ashkenazim took over, the matzah was flexible. It was like bread.
Like the Yemenite.
Yeah.
The Yemenite.
That was a normal thing. It says over there. There's a whole big question how the Hillel Korhan.
Which matzah you eat?
I eat the one what you're eating because we're exposed to Ashkenazi world. But it sounds like in the old generation everybody ate normal matzah, and the matzah was karhan. How do you roll the matzah? Ashkenazi even have a big problem with the Mishnah. It says Hillel aya korhan. Hillel used to make them korhan. You know what korhan means? Jahnun. He used to make jahnun out of matzah with maror inside, charot inside, roll it up. How do you roll up matzah according to Ashkenazim?
You can't.
Big problem. Big problem. Yeah, of course. That's the problem. So again, if you know how to make, the Gemara asks, how thick can the matzah be? The thickness of the matzah could be a fist, 4 inches. The thickness of the matzah. The Gemara up to 4 inches. You know what that is?
So how is this going to be cooking everything 18 minutes?
Yeah, they know how to do
To
it.
finish?
Yeah, yeah. They make a big fire, they put it in there, and somehow that's it. That's it, and it's soft and it's enjoyable. That's how what lechem hapanim was. Lechem hapanim was thick like this matzah. Lechem hapanim was a tefach thick matzah, and it was soft, enjoyable, and it's called matzah. What? Once you bake it, finished, and then you have to bake everything within 80 minutes. So now you have a complaint?
So anything you bake with 18 minutes, it's
If it's a complete, yeah. If it's complete baking, yes.
It's not bread, it's matzah.
It's matzah. It's lechem. No, it's lechem.
Complete baking. If it's not one inside, it's not complete.
But it's complete. They knew how to make it complete. I guess it's very hard fire, and you put it
Very
in.
high temperature.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
I can burn it also.
No. So again, if it's thick, why should it burn it? Again, if it's a regular matzah takes 30 seconds to 50 seconds to cook.
You want to do a cake, which is thick. It's taking like sometimes 40, 50, 1 hour.
Right, because we have a slow. Our ovens are not what they are. The matzah bakery is about 1500 degrees. 30 seconds takes matzah to make. 30 seconds. They put it in, they take it out. Less than 30 seconds in it sometimes. You know how the heat is? So somehow you put this gush, you put this big chunk inside, take it out. In 5 minutes, it's gone.
Like,
So you're going to bake inside.
That's what you think. Did you
like
try?
baking bagels.
Did you try?
Bagels, you know, it's a process of putting them inside boiled water first,
Right.
then take them out.
Right, but boiling water makes it chametz. You cannot do that to matzah.
No,
It makes it
not
chametz
inside,
instantly.
it's chametz.
Instantly,
Of course
right.
it's chametz.
But over there's a process. Listen to the Bosha. When's the last time you baked anything?
That's what I like to do.
You bake sometimes? Bring me some cake to bake. Never brings me anything. He just brings me avocado. Avocado I enjoy. Once I opened his avocado. What was it? Last time you brought me one a month and a half ago, right? Before the last month. Month ago, sitting in my kitchen. Avocado green.
Yeah, but if you want
What in the
shalom
store I buy?
If you want shalom bayit,
Yeah,
you don't touch anything in the kitchen.
that's the best. That's what I do. That's
the
what I do.
woman
My
job.
wife will love me to.
Huh?
My wife will love me when I work with her.
Really?
But no, that's okay. Listen, if you like, why not? If I was her, I would
can't
throw.
interfere with the job in the kitchen. No way.
Helping
It is reminding me.
No way.
One of my rabbonim was Rabbi Abraham ben Chaim from Morocco. He was a Chazan for Baba Sali. That's a big sofer, big tzaddik. So he used to say, the wife didn't make him tea. He wouldn't drink. He don't know how to go to the kitchen. He don't know how to go to the kitchen. If you don't give us forget it.
Everything is in the kitchen, is in the closet. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
No, really?
No, she won't let me. She
She
don't like
No, this is the Taimani.
Except
The Taimani one.
making hummus and tahini, I make it in the house. The rest she doesn't.
Oh, so you know how to go to the kitchen. Okay, at least my rabbi doesn't know how to go to the kitchen.
That's my
Okay,
business. That's
ready?
my business.
Oh, you sell hummus?
No, food was my business.
Yeah, Baruch Hashem. Let's go. Kuf Lamed Vad. Mitzvat korban mincha shel Kohen Gadol bechol yom. Now, Kohen Gadol had a special position, and every day he had to bring a special offering. שנצטווינו, שיקרים Kohen Gadol, mincha bechol yom הפעמיים. Every day, twice a day, he has to make a mincha offering. בבוקר ובין בערביים, same thing like תמיד. שנאמר ויקרא, in 6th chapter, י"ג 30 פסוק, זה קורבן אהרון ובניו, this is the קורבן of Aaron and his children, אשר יקריבו להשם. והיא הנקראת הביתי כהן גדול, הביתי כהן גדול, this is called the bringing of the כהן גדול, ונקראת גם כן מנחת משיח. And also Yirko has another name, מנחה of כהן, which is משוח לשמן. משושן מצווה לפי שהכהן הגדול הוא השליח בין ישראל לאביהם שבשמיים. כהן גדול has this big job. He is the messenger between עם ישראל and the nation, Hashem. כלומר, כי הוא הנושא תפילה אליו באדם. He brings the כהן גדול brings a special prayer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu on behalf of all the Jewish nation. ועל ידי תפילותיו ומעשה קרבנותיו הם מתכפרים. And through his actions and his work and service and his bringing of the korban, the entire nation gets forgiven. ולכן, therefore, ראוי לאיש כזה להיות לו קורבן מיוחד תמידי כמו תמידי הציבור. So therefore it's befitting a person who has this title and he has this position that just like we have korban tamid for the whole nation, he should have his own korban on his own, which is specifically designated just for him. כמו שהתמידים שניים ליום, so too just like the tamid is twice in the morning, once in the morning, once a day, twice a day. חייב הוא גם כן להקריב מנחתו פעמיים ביום. So too the Kohen Gadol also has now obligation to bring 2 korbanot of his own. וכל זה נסמך על הטעם שאמרנו בקורבן, as we brought down over there, it's all related to this korban that we led, כדי שיתעוררו כל מחשבותיו וישים דעתו וכוונתו אצל השם ברוך הוא. So the Kohen Gadol, בעזרת השם רבי משה הכהן, has to constantly place everything and all his belief and reliance on the HaKadosh Baruch Hu. ולמען זאת יועיל לו ולהם, and therefore only then that he is completely dependent on HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's how B'ezrat Hashem it's going to be helping the entire nation. ואין ספק שאין דומה התעוררות האדם שמקריב קורבנו המיוחד לו כשהוא מקריב קורבן שהוא משותף עמו. So what happens, obviously, Korban Tamid, it's beautiful, but everybody's mishtaf in it. We learned yesterday, we learned in Gemara, there's no such thing. Not allowed to have everybody, one person buy Korban Tamid. It's not allowed, that's all. It has to be shitufut, it has to be everybody together. But so obviously, that has a certain level of elevation. But if a person brings a Korban on his own, and that's the machloket, why everybody wants to bring a Korban Tamid. You know that? Everybody, I'll pay for Korban Tamid. Everybody, always a fight. Chas v'shalom. Over there, shutafut. Over here, Kohen Gadol, because of his elevation, because of his level, he brings the Korban on his own. And that has a different significance. Everybody, people today, right now, if I'm going to start collecting for yeshiva, right now, Yeshiva Hollywood, I'm collecting over here right now. We're opening over here. We have yeshiva hours, we have schedule here. Donations? Crickets. I'll tell him tomorrow we're building Beit HaMikdash, and here's a letter from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, here's the sound, everybody start donating. Ooh, you know how much it's going to be? No, it's going to be billions of billions. I'm going to collect $1 trillion instantly. If crazy people could pay on a book $500,000, Shulchan Aruch Sefer, they just auctioned over there for $500,000, a little book. Yeah, it was written 500 years ago. The first publication. It's worth $500,000. $500,000, what you pay $500,000 for? This is what you spend money on? I feel sorry for people like that. But that's what it is. People are crazy. This whole concept of auction, antiquities. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm saddened. I'm saddened to hear that. On one side, I see the people. I like that people are spending money on this instead of spending money on the baseball cards. That's very nice. But at least in the baseball cards, he could resell it. Question is, who's going to buy from him another $500,000? So there'll be another crazy guy. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. To me, it's very harmful. It's shameful.
Rabbeinu, I need to go.
So but you see, כי למה? שמיוחד לו לבדו, מתעורר יותר. אין להעריך בזה. A person who does korban on his own, obviously it's going to be elevated. מדיניה מצווה, well, how do you do this mitzvah? in מסכת מנחות, in 50th page, קצת עשייתה והתיר כהן גדול. So how does the Kohen do it? How does he perform? This for you. מביא יסרון שלם של קמח. So he brings a certain measurement of קמח, והוצאהו בחצי יסרון שבמקדש. So then he splits it in half. Okay, so we said, שאף על פי שמנחת יסרון קריבה לחצאים, כלומר, חצאי בבוקר וחצאי בערב. So even though he's going to now split it to bring one in the morning, one in the night, אינה מתקדשת לחצאים. כלומר, שכולה מביאה ביחד. So first, he has to bring the mincha together. Like, he brings it all together. After it becomes kadosh, he has to be kadosh only one certain amount, and only then he splits it. So he brings 3 measurements, 3 cups of oil. Right? Then he takes the solid, the fine flour. By the way, that's what solid is. In the olden days, they ate only white flour. Or that was accepted in the Beit Mikdash, was accepted white flour. How it became today? Yesterday I spoke to my nutritionist. I said, you see, the Torah is talking about fine flour. What is all this spelled and whole wheat and shmil wheat and all healthy flours they call? Looks like in the Mikdash. If the Mikdash was Ra'ui to bring solid flour, which is fine white flour, so how come today? So he says today white flour is not white flour. It's all fake. It's all fake. That's what he said. That's the answer. I don't understand. So who said? So if that's fake, who said spelled is that fake?
Solid is white flour?
Yeah, solid is 100% white flour. I spoke to Rabbi about it yesterday. Okay. וחולט אותה.
הטעם שלה לא כמו של white flour.
מה?
הטעם של סולד לא כמו של white flour.
I don't know. Solid, what you call solid, but Torah is solid. According to Torah, solid flour. Solid means fine white flour.
לא solid stuff.
Okay, not farina. You think about farina. You talk about farina.
Farina,
Yeah, you talk about farina because Israelis call it solid. But no, solid fine flour because solid is not, it's not flour. You don't do nothing with it. You can bake with farina. No, it's not. So this is what we're talking about. So, okay. בדייסה, yeah. Say דייסה. וכיצד עושה מחלק השלושה הלוגין ברביעית שבמקדש, okay, he's going to go into details how to do it right now. ונוהגים בזמן הבית בכהן גדול, this mitzvah in only time of the מקדש, and only כהן גדול, בעזרת השם בקרוב מאוד בשביל רבי משה הכהן, ומנחת הבוקר והערב מצוות עשה אחת היא. So now this even though he makes it in the morning, half, and at night half, the Rambam has as one mitzvah. ואין חולק בזה, כי גם הרמב"ם זיכרונו לברכה שמונה שני תלמידים, שתי מצוות, ומודה בזה. However, according to Ramban, even though he says that the tamid of morning and tamid of Narbaim, it's 2 different mitzvot, in contrast to Rambam, over there he says it's also one mitzvah. So Ramban over here agrees, and lechem, the mincha of Kohen Gadol, even though it's split into half and half, but it's one general mitzvah for the whole day, and it's the Kohen Gadol gets a sachar for fulfilling that as one. See, huh? What's more important, Kohen Gadol's work or us putting tefillin every day? Sounds like what we're doing every day is much better than Kohen Gadol. He works twice during the day, and he fulfills the mitzvah only once. We put on tefillin, right? Those guys in the street with Mashiach, put on tefillin Shema Yisrael for 30 seconds, fulfills 8 mitzvot, d'oraita. So which one is more important? Now people are complaining why Mashiach is not here yet.
The whole package.
Huh?
The whole package is important.
The whole what?
Package.
The package are here. Is that the shah? Rav Moshe have a safe trip?
No, man, I'm going to be here.
Oh, so
Tomorrow night I'm going to be.
oh, okay, B'ezrat Hashem. Let's thank our wives B'ezrat Hashem that give us ability to come over here and learn without any difficulties.